Hi there, this is Nicole DeBoer, also known as Lieutenant Ezri Dax from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. And welcome to Star Trek Fleet Command.
Fancy intro music, yeah! Woo!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today you need to watch this video. Yes, the video you're currently watching. Make sure you watch it, because we're talking about this right here. The Officer Tool created by Stewie Doo and myself and Ripper and Ultimate DJ and Gregor and even that dude named Lube, which is such a weird name. Don't rename yourself, crazy British guy. Shout out to all the British people, because apparently I offended one of you, and I just want to say, good, you deserve it. Also, y'all are awesome. Let's talk today about this. Now, if you haven't heard of this tool before, don't worry. We'll go over the basics of what it is and how it works, as well as covering some of the new information of how to use it, like the new migration feature to make it easier for players to move their stuff over. Now, this is what it looks like if you go and download it. And before we get started, do you need it? Do you need the sheet? If so, right down below, pinned comment, is a link to this Discord, and there's a Google Sheets version and an Excel spreadsheet. We do provide support for both options, and if you need help with that, contact us. We're here for you. We don't even charge anything for it, but if you want to make a donation to Red Deuce's channel or even the Stewie Doo Fund, please do. So let's talk about what this is. This is an Excel spreadsheet / Google Sheet allowing you to optimize officers, understand how they work, and get a better feel of what to do with them in the game. And there's a lot of new features, and the first one I want to talk about is actually right here. So this abilities tab also has a scores feature. So what we do now is the abilities is the new one, but this is what it was before, just a scores where we went over the captain's ability of how they worked, what was bugged, notes provided by Gregor, and now we actually have the abilities programmed into the sheet. So what that means is, let's say if you go over here and you've got 5 of 10, and we say that her rank is rank 4, and let's just say that we've got her maxed out at rank 20 or level 20. So now it's not only going to give you the attack, defense, and health of that officer with no bonuses, but also the captain's maneuver percentage, the officer, and what the captain's maneuver is over here on the side. That's actually really handy. Also, you want to figure out what officers do hull breach or burning? Well, we've got a tool for that. Sort by Z to A, and the Y is yes, it starts burning, and yes, it uses burning. So there's one for each side. Start burning versus using it. And now here are all the officers that do that. Some of the cool changes that have been made in this most recent edition. Now I'm going to show you what mine looks like right now. So here's my spreadsheet. Now you can notice that I did change the font to something a little bit, I like the impact font. Is a little bit different, but it doesn't really matter. And you've seen I've got all my officers programmed. Now, you might also notice that I've got a couple of red ones and red numbers by them, and that's because the spreadsheet will automatically detect if you don't have a maxed officer. Why is that important? So if I've got a tier 3, that means I can go to level 15, so I can easily spot this officer for when I'm doing domination style events, and I can go, oh, I need to go in game and upgrade Barrett so I can finish domination. Also, it will affect what the stats are. So if I do Barrett, you see the stats will then change. Let me switch that back so I don't forget, because I had not done Barrett. Now you also see at the top, I've got all of my researches put in, and I've got this box clicked. And this box simply shows what the stats are with all the bonuses you get in the game. And those bonuses are so delicately and nicely put right here. The Academy, which mine is level 39, so 39%, Prime Officers, the Defense Training, Attack Training, and then you see this list where those actually are in the game. So the Galaxy Research Tree, the Territory Tree, and then if you have Territory services, you can activate these, which will then give you a further boost depending on the services that are active. Coolness, right? Now, you see the ship loadout here. I will say one of the features that we talked about today is adding a sheet that allows you to load out all your docs. That's something I'm really pushing on the code monkeys to work on, because I'm not smart enough, or I guess knowledgeable enough. I mean, how smart you gotta be to do a Google Sheet? How smart do you really have to be? Not very. But shout out Stewie. But one feature that I have put into the game, yes, I did this. I did it. I'm taking credit for it. I did find it. So if you sort by health, so let's say that you want to get to that 300% value of health. You go by sort Z to A, so it'll take your highest value. And these are the officers with the most health based on your levels and based on your researches. See right here? So this is how much they'd provide on the ship. So if you go over here, it'll actually put them in order. See, Nero, Bones, Carol, Shar, puts them in order of, hey, these are the ones that are most usable right now based on you needing health. And if you want to switch it up, well, you can switch it over to defense. Let's say that we're running Zao, because right now I have Spock on the Enterprise, which activates a really cool little Easter egg. Find all the Easter eggs, you win a prize. You win a prize. So if I was to put Zao here, and actually the easiest way would be to sort by alphabetical order, but here's Zao. So I put Zao there. I know I'm working on defense, and now I need to find a way to get more defense. So I'm going to go over here to maybe 10 of 10, and I'm going to swap that out for Spock and get myself up to 11,000 defense, because Zao uses that for his officer ability. So cool, handy features. Now, another thing I really like is this, and this is the original part of the sheet that we worked on. If you wonder what these numbers are, immediate value, upgrade value, and overall score, these are what myself and other people who, I mean, you could call experts in Star Trek Fleet Command, people who spend way too much time in the game. We're talking about thousands of hours on officers. We rank them by immediate value and by overall value, and as well as upgrade value. So ones you want to prioritize upgrading, ones that are immediately good in the game, and then others that are just kind of there. So the immediate value is kind of self-explanatory. As soon as you get it, it's good. You can see those sorted here. So you see like Chin, immediately good. Also immediately worth updating. But then there's all other ones like Moreau. Moreau is immediately good, but not necessarily immediately worth updating, but is good if you do that. You can also see that if we sort by A to Z, not all officers that are worth upgrading immediately have a high immediate value rank. See this one right here, Sharvanik. Very similar to like Marcus down here, where the officer ability is not that great to start, but becomes really, really good. With them being epics, though, they're still useful as below decks. As you see, I've still got Kang and Crass, who I almost never use on the bridge, but are super useful for buffing these stats right here. And that's another really good feature. Now let's talk about migrating your data. You want to migrate to, let's say the newest version of the officer sheet came out, and you're maybe on 1.2.3 still, and you want to come to 1.3.1. So the easiest way is going to start with here, see where it says group start, where you sort by officers, make sure the names are in order. And then we're going to take this tab right here, which is A22. We're going to go down to the bottom level, which is right here at 20, and we're going to copy that. And now let's go over to our blank sheet we had. There's now a migration tab that you can sort and go into. Now, sometimes it acts, I'll be honest, it's act wonky with me before on Google Sheets. So if I want to copy paste, see sometimes it tries to copy over the whole formula and jacks everything up. So I put Control V. What you got to do is this little box that appears, place values only. We only want the values, and then you see it populates over here. So now if we go back to the main roster page, you see all the stuff is exactly the same as it was on my main sheet. Now I've got the same officers from the previous sheet now on the new sheet. And if you notice on the migration tab, we also have a newer, easier way of doing that with an actual export tab now. So all you gotta do now is copy all the green. So let's go back to my migration, and see here's all my green, which includes the new rank setting. Including the new rank setting will allow your sheet to determine what your officer levels are, and that will your officer percentages for those officer abilities. So we're just gonna come down here. We're gonna Control C, copy all this. Go back over to our other one, and then we're going to once again paste. And see, it gives me options for that. That's not what I wanted. So Control, the easy way to do it is paste special and do place values only. Sometimes it doesn't work for me, and I don't know why. But if I do Control V, it will work. I'll get the reference where it basically breaks the code. You just got to go back to the little box and say values only. And then it will populate all the correct numbers. You see it works to the right side here. And then we can just go back into the roster and check. And then there we go. We've got everything lined up exactly as it should be. And so there's some fun things coming with the sheet. And if you have any questions on how it works, I think this tool is like much needed for everybody in the game. And I'm not just saying that because I helped make it. It really is extremely important, I feel, for players to get an understanding of officers. And this helps you get all of that all at one time without having to fumble through the officer menu, which even with some of their updates, which includes being able to sort by health defense, can still feel really clunky and not that user-friendly. That's the point of this, which we're growing this to do even more stuff. Even PvP stuff? Maybe. Depends on how fast the code monkeys can type. Type faster, code monkeys. Type faster! If you enjoy this, comment down below. If you have questions, hit myself up in the comment section, or ask on the Discord, or ask on the Facebook page, whatever. Come to us. We want you to use this tool. It's extremely helpful, and we want you to be just loving it because we love it. So if you love it, I love it, we love it. Also, just had this thought, Stewie. We need a Klingon version. None of this stupid Elcar stuff. Give me that Burrell dashboard. That's what I want. I want a Klingon version. Maybe that's what Rev gets. That's his Easter egg. You get a Klingon version. Maybe. But if you enjoyed the video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, live long and prosper. Stay safe out there, Space Cowboys. We'll catch you on the next one. Star Trek Fleet Command.
Remember, Spock doesn't go on the Enterprise. Live long and prosper. All the best.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.